the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
The African Development Bank at the Nsem kakra to just say abibiman aman ahodo mienu aba won chen say omo ebeje mwa because they want to start an idea, a policy ya ebeboa na omo currency no in fact as stabilize as against major trading currencies at a dollar. These countries Nigeria and Kenya. Now, according to the African Development Bank, Nigeria and Kenya penny for about one chain said they want to emulate Ghana our policy your friend of building gold reserves to strengthen your currency. Now, according to the African Development Bank, building gold reserve, there were two different models. One model, your friend the bullion model, and a Bank of England, and this our policy buy. In the 17th century, so we Togo do no akese. Now what the see, now what the abake currency. And you want the bit by bit model, the bit by bit gold reserves model. And according to the African Development Bank, the formulator of that policy, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, African Development Bank Chimwa, or formulated our policy way back in 2017. Ebrana Oye Juma Ediama, the African Development Bank then. And Sakrana, some years later, all proposal the policy for Ghana in 2021-2022. Na Ghana send the implementation in 2023. Ghana yekura over 30 tons of gold reserves at the Bank of Ghana. According to the African Development Bank, the bit by bit building of gold reserves across the African continent there. The formulator of that policy, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and the policy initiators, the Bank of Ghana. And African Development Bank, Nigeria and Ghana say if they want to emulate Ghana and join the growing trend of African central banks moving to buy gold to boost their reserves and curb the free fall of their local currencies there, they should come to the Bank of Ghana for the policy. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia drafted it to her and he or my Ghana a beacon other African countries. Asia. Now, according to the African Development Bank, Kenya already hold talks with the Bank of England on the policy, including discussions on bullion storage. But Kenyan authorities, they want to start it bit by bit. Said the Ghana, then going forward, omu capacity no upbuild it to a certain point. Then they will go in for the Bank of England's policy, the bullion storage policy to building gold reserves or more shillings. Now, where a article number, according to the African Development Bank, 3 years ago, the government of Ghana, through His Excellency the former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, also said Bank of Ghana would begin purchasing gold to build the nation's reserves in the move to curb over-reliance on foreign exchange and help stabilize the city. Now, according to the African Development Bank, Ghana's gold reserves has since been significantly boosted from a mega 7 tons at the start of the program since independence to over 30 tons now, with several African countries emulating Ghana's success story, including Zambia, Uganda, Rwanda, Tunisia, Morocco, and others. The latest countries to announce the policy are Kenya and Nigeria, which also plan to buy gold to diversify their reserves. In several reports, including one by Bloomberg, Kenya's central bank governor said the plan to incorporate gold is intended to help diversify Kenya's foreign reserves, which will also help control the depreciation of the local currency, the Kenyan shillings. The strategy, the report said, is also part of Kenya's effort to reduce reliance on the US dollar and generally boost economic stability by studying from Ghana's central bank, the Bank of Ghana. Central Bank of Kenya Governor Kamau Tuji said in an interview in Washington, Mikutunu, I am hoping that we can do it as soon as is practical because we are ready to move and learn from Ghana. Given the rapid rise in gold prices this year, Kenya is hoping it can also benefit despite joining the table late. Those who got it in early have made a killing. Those who get in late can also be killed, he said. In Nigeria, the federal government has also announced a decision to strengthen the country's foreign reserves through a strategic gold acquisition program by adopting Ghana's former vice president, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's policy through ensuring that its central bank eliminates reliance on dollar sourcing. Nigeria's Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Oladile Aleke, disclosed this at the 10th edition of the Nigeria Mining Week in Abuja this week. According to Dr. Aleke, the program, which aligns with the administration's broader economic diversification agenda, is designed to use locally mined gold to boost the country's foreign reserves, thereby reducing pressure on the naira and demand for foreign currency. This initiative, as we've studied from His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, allows us to purchase gold from local artisanal miners using naira instead of sourcing dollars to buy gold internationally, the minister said. Once the gold is acquired, it is added directly to the Central Bank of Nigeria foreign reserves. It's one of the fastest ways to reflect growth in our reserves, he added. Other countries that have emulated Ghana's success include Zambia, Uganda, Rwanda, Tunisia, Morocco, Tanzania, Djibouti, with many others including Nigeria, Kenya, and Senegal set to follow, especially after the African Development Bank recommended Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's policy to several African countries this year as the only means of stabilizing currencies across the African continent. Inti tikasi awi adwe His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia dwene ho 2017-2018 nyame na American. This is according to the African Development Bank. Boa Ghana implemented in 2021-2022. Enei ebimanye twa ye ho ahia nyina esua ene Bank of England atumu nchine se open in bullion storage akese dia, and they are the policy initiators. But open so building in kakran to gold no kakran friend bit by bit storage reserves no dia, and across the African continent and even the world. The number one initiator, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, through the Bank of Ghana. Enti Kenya and Nigeria and so aba omoba besua e dia ka other African countries aba besua no mo wahase a omo edia na mo achi ti se Uganda, ti se Zambia, ti se Rwanda, ti se Tanzania, ti se Tunisia, ti se Morocco, ti se Djibouti.
Already obiara will free West Africa. It me bagan have for 90 days without a visa. And I'm a so free Nigeria, so free Togo, so free Benin. Yeah, here agreement to be for you to come to Ghana.
But there's an agreement.
Which agreement?
There's an agreement between the United States and Ghana.
It's a useless agreement.
But there is an agreement.
Pacho.
And so they should go to Parliament.
No, Pacho.
And our is almost trying to move for a play, but
that agreement is totally irrelevant and so on. Under the ECOWAS protocol, Obiara Ufi West Africa, you can come to Ghana and stay for 90 days. You don't need a visa.
But there's an agreement.
But and ECOWAS protocol. Yeah, you can say no ECOWAS protocol.
Another agreement.
Because Sanko for no
Nigeria.
Only say you deport is considered a crime, right? Like as why BBI emphata into the deporto.
Not a crime necessarily.
Yes, but the moment you are deported, it is seen say why you be into why abuse will stay and so you've committed some offense of the other. When almost say ECOWAS protocol, it doesn't necessarily cover them. Because they are deportees. And it's not say and it's not say MOU.
ECOWAS protocol deportees are not covered.
It's not true.
Look, ECOWAS protocol
say you deport you be America and now UK and now whichever country. I'll say deporting ku ne maemu. Inti say ya kwaka say ye beje sa deportees na ba. It is not ECOWAS protocol.
If you have to go to your country.
Because you are deported to your country.
And
that is why
the basis of that
claim. That is why say ordinary Kobi Manso dia. There's a certain arrangement as to that.
The basis of the claim say deport you, you have to go to your own country.
Why you are deported to your country? Why else are you deported? You are deported.
Kwame, there has to be a basis for that. What is the basis? International law?
Of course it must be.
Which law?
Kwesi ukuta Ghana passport they deport you from US. Kwesi respectfully uno abo stream.
Please don't let's
Kwesi respectfully uno abo stream. Ukuta Ghana passport na ye deport you man be aswa. The first country to be Ghana. Because that is your one free. Inti say you decide say fa onko ho de na e bia beka say yanko Togo. Ni enum ko ke nhihye. Say the deportees enemy America na ya no. Identity na for ma komukru. Onom de ba.
No me interest you Kwame. Kwame, to be honest with you, interest say yakoya agreement no.
So there's an agreement.
Yeah, me interest say yakoya agreement. Because ECOWAS ni biara. So was Singapore, so was Cosmo Kaya, so was Hippo. Now, person back Ghana, you don't need that.
But you see, because that's where the problem is.
Yes.
Oh, person back Ghana.
Yes.
No, but any people, and your pet say they are coming as ECOWAS citizens. That is where the problem is. On the problem, no one. Why is one can say,
Mama Semunsi. Now we are so hot. Now we are so hot. Pamucho, Mama Casano.
Jack Toronto.
And we have one leg.
One leg.
Pacho.
Now that leg boy.
Oh, Nana Kunya, Pacho. That leg we say. Nigeria ni, Anna, or New York.
America.
And America for the New York.
Okay.
I didn't mean to find in Nigeria. It be here say, if we have agreement in about Ghana. It doesn't make sense.
But yeah, agreement.
Pacho, Nana Kunya, Pacho. Because aeroplane in Ghana and Kwaneba. Aeroplane if in New York or Nigeria. And under what circumstances in Nigeria near America was would deported on. And so be fat Ghana and San Wasan could do Nigeria. Other aeroplane in New York flying from America to Nigeria.
Yeah, they acquire agreement and also Tiasian.
Yeah, I don't know. I am
agreement.
Anyway, so I'm court.
Masi.
And Pacho, I'm the court too.
The government itself has said there's an agreement. That's all Bisamasi.
I didn't think in Nigeria near America was one pen America. Now, deporting to be funding Nigeria.
Because there's no agreement.
Should there be an agreement?
America, if that's right, why wouldn't they take them to Nigeria? Because Nigeria wouldn't agree. Yeah, agree.
Nigeria
we have an agreement
for Nigerian nationals to come back.
Otherwise, why wouldn't they take them to their country? Because Ghana has gone to do an agreement with the United States.
How did it become necessary even to bring them to Ghana?
But that is what because of the agreement.
What agreement?
If there's no agreement, why would they bring them?
Because my Ghana any omuna ye nhye enti na omo buy.
But you know
Bra Kwame, the
one side of the issue.
Exactly.
Listen to me. The other side of the issue is Nigeria and America for say empower your crew movie.
Yeah.
Nigeria. That's another side of the issue.
Good question.
Yes.
Then why don't they take them to Nigeria?
And
why are they taking them to Ghana? What's the ECOWAS in the Oba Ghana? Nigeria don't care.
Wankasa.
And is that okay? What's the ECOWAS agreement?
ECOWAS agreement. We are all free to move everywhere.
So why don't they go to Nigeria?
But voluntarily.
Why don't they go to Nigeria?
Not by force.
Exactly.
The America for deporting from US. Now America for no. Fees necessary so many Ghana by agreement. We have to go in Ghana. We won't find in Kotogo. Ye no. Ye nim Nintia Basa. And they told me under ECOWAS protocol. Obiara of West Africa. We wait in Ghana for 90 years without a visa.
90 days.
90 days.
90 days.
Yeah.
So these are the two issues.
Yeah.
You understand?
But anyway, they are in court.
Who now yet send me out here? As we in a yentias.
What's the better? Missing agreement to me who ye?
And then I yentias, the Missas and Church, Moon yentias.
And it's a parliament, the church room. Until now, point in a day. Na kwesi problem we have.
The nana. I said
and America for almost Pencroff they are dumping them in Ghana. And because you are supporting this.
Oh, how am I supporting?
You of all people you are supporting this. You see they are coming at the ECOWAS protocol. Really?
Oh,
this is surprising. No, but that's what you said. You see they are coming at the ECOWAS protocol. Who said they are coming under ECOWAS protocol?
I didn't say that.
Okay, boy, yes, Wupan and America form Pencroff. And then dumping them in Ghana. And now, you support two way.
Now, on council support. There be on council support.
I say ECOWAS protocol.
There be one council support.
It's for us to move around 90 days.
Anyway,
under the ECOWAS protocol.
You of all people, you are supporting America to dump their unwanted people in Ghana.
He's not supporting. He's not supporting America. He's not supporting America. On supporting America to dump anybody.
Is under ECOWAS.
One can sir.
Na ECOWAS or the bear.
On can say under on can say that.
America to dump.
But
sorry.
America should dump their
on support to
there's no need for any debate.
On support to she.
I didn't think I would live to see that. Support America to dump their unwanted people in Ghana. Also, ECOWAS protocol allows it.
On cancer. Okay, sir. Sir, why said that on her question? Yeah. Question BJ.
I didn't believe I'll see today.
And I transfer.
Now, maybe ABCC.
You of all people.
The problem is radio, you're a very tricky machine. Obi ho bia na me meka no kra na onwie radio no wanti bibinti wanti. Nti okobie radio no okote ne nia na akumia ka. And this unfairness will be carried as the truth.
When it is not.
It is not fair to me.
Okay.
Can truth the bad betra ha. Debia meka. We should show a certain level of respect to each other. Yamba has a say ye din. Mamba has a say we din. And you should also not come here as Oba say me din and I'll say reputation. That's not the purpose.
Mimi say woody.
Asama meka say. Edikan. under ECOWAS protocol, Biara or West African, it be back Ghana without a visa for 90 days. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And no credit. Yeah. Secondly, no, see a deport to Nigeria near. I didn't and a US abino and deporting on Nigeria. No more here's for money Ghana Babaya agreement and Sunday enough for Ghana and Sunday for Nigeria. Because you support a woman.
I want to hear Chitrimu.
That's all.
Okay.
As long I was against Gitmo too. I waged a strong campaign against Gitmo.
But you are for this one.
Anna Obiara name say me support to Donald Trump immigration policy. It has consequences. I think you should stop.
Oh, wait. Finally.
There's a difference between Gitmo 2 no and Aniakosu. The difference is that Gitmo 2 no, they were described as terrorists. People that America suspect had engaged in terrorist activity. Under this dispensation, they are not terrorists. America, visa no man 90 days, or 100 days. Doesn't make him a terrorist. There's a difference. You understand? Yeah. Besides, Gitmo 2 follow, they are not citizens of West Africa. So these are substantial differences. It's a somewhat balance in Bisania Tiasia. In Bisania Tiasia, the just propaganda, and I could see proud to support to America. Jai, wow.
Nana Kubiaja,
Kwesi.
Nana Kubiaja, yes. Nana Minim Rebium,
Pacho. Power no see Bonio. Me say, wo Kawasem, o say a nipeya or my bay.
Peace.
Agreement no crowd no useless. Because under ECOWAS protocol, Obi free West Africa ha, Otimi Bagan ha be 90 days.
Yes, and the question.
And I'm saying, Kasa. Not just that you are supporting, says Uncle for your dump poor Morgana. ECOWAS protocol justifies it.
And I'm going to say, yes,